Is it fourth?
Third.
Now I forgot, did we,
I need to go around for signatures. We're on item 4 now.
need approval of the memorandum of personnel transactions?
Move it.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We've got a tax abatement for the city of Sloan. Is this proper? Mike?
What's that?
This tax abatement for the city of Sloan, were they collecting rent?
The building is owned by the city of Sloan. They had to rent it out, back portion, to my understanding, to a venture, who was no longer leasing that facility. So they're eligible for, tax exempt status again now. We weren't involved with this, but it's gone through Kathy's hands. And Kathy has given her okay on that.
Well, is it,
I don't know, having been privy to when the lease actually expired.
well, that's my question, because during the tax period, it looked like they were still receiving rent down there.
That may be possible, I don't know. I don't know when when the lease expired. Perhaps Kathy knows. If she talked to him on the phone, the letter doesn't state in there when that lease expired, so.
What's the pleasure of the board?
Well, I think you still abate them, because if it's a city-owned building, we need to abate the taxes on it. If they're not renting it out for cash, or for whatever they're doing,
Unless
they
were-
fall under the abatement.
Well, unless
Unless,
they were receiving rent during that.
Yeah,
time.
unless, but it sounds like to me, according to the letter, she sent it in April.
but the taxes are a year behind.
Yeah.
Larry,
Yes,
can you defer this or we Kathy down here to explain it?
yep. We'll bring it back when we get Kathy down here. Approval of resolution for tax abatement for Woodbury County. Is there a motion?
Move it.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. John?
Good morning.
Morning.
I have a single item this morning. It's the approval of the final plat for the Dunn Family Edition. Location is in the northern part of the county, just south of the Plymouth County line on Benton Avenue, where it dead ends. Purpose of the request for subdivision was for estate planning purposes. Mrs. Dunn had passed away, and her estate's trying to divide the property among the children. There were several conditions that were placed upon final plat approval. Standard paving agreement per our policy. Issues related to an access egress easement is placed upon the final plat. One of the large items that was discussed was the showing of the flood hazard area within Zone A flood hazard area on Lot 1. That the miler has been adjusted to reflect that. City approving the final platting, since it's within 2 miles, they did that on the 26th. And then driveway permits be obtained where necessary. The family does not intend to build any more houses. This is simply for estate planning purposes.
And move it.
Let's second it.
Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
John.
Thanks, John. You want these back, John?
Yes, I'll take those. I'll place the platting on the desk of the chairman.
Michelle?
You're up. You're up, Michelle.
Michelle?
Morning.
I have 2 items for you today. The first item is request for signature to extend our National Infrastructure Protection Plan grant. And this will extend our performance period through June 30th of next year.
I move it.
Second.
Signature on that item.
Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries. Your second one, Michelle?
The second item is I'm requesting permission to put in for reallocated funds from the State Homeland Security Grant Program. This would be a new grant that I am requesting Woodbury County to be the sub-grantee. And the reason for this grant is to purchase 6 ballistic shields that can be housed at Woodbury County. These shields can be used for protection and they can be shared within the 16-county area. We did attempt to purchase these through our current 2 grants and it was denied based on the use of the items. And we were told that we could put in for reallocated funds to see if the state may approve that.
Move it.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thanks, Michelle.
Thank you.
Kathy's here.
Kathy?
Morning.
On the tax abatement for the city of Sloan, is that to abate the taxes that they were still renting the building out?
For part of the year, yes. They rented for part of the year to a venture, you have that information.
Yeah.
And then they moved out, so of course we made the property exempt, tax exempt for this year, because I think that's also their community room. And a venture was just renting the back portion of it for some storage.
Think
So they were in there for part of the year.
Well, they were in there for what, 10 months?
I'm not certain. I didn't have time to check our notes on it before I ran down here.
Thought it said through April.
It says that Dixie contacted
April,
you
that's
in
when she
April.
contacted you.
Yeah, we would have that in our notes, so I'm sure that's correct.
The question is, are we abating during a time when they are having income,
A portion of the year,
which is
which would be through April.
acceptable?
And the board's done it before for a city.
I don't have a problem in abating the taxes for, because it is a city-owned piece of property. Secondly, I mean, you've got maintenance and upkeep and insurance and whatever on that facility.
Correct.
And if you can rent it out, you know, to sustain that, then why not? You know, you don't want it to be a burden on the city, so I don't have a problem in abating these taxes.
You're right, George. They basically have lost their income that helped maintain that building because there was no use in the rear portion of it, but they do need a community building, so that was the whole point.
Just wanted to make sure this was proper.
Yeah.
I don't see any problem with it.
I'd move it.
I'd second it.
Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thanks, Kathy. Okay, the next topic is the discussion and the decision on an economic development director position. Where is the board at?
Well, I asked, you know, the chairman if we could put this back on. We've got a lot going on in this county, as you gentlemen and ladies know. And we need somebody in our office here in this county to oversee the major projects, specifically the CF Industries project. Secondly, the big one that's coming, and we've been working on not only with, as you guys know, with the city and Sergeant Bluff and also Salix, has been the mega site project. And there are also other things going on in the small towns that we've gotten requests for that we don't have anyone in our office to work through with them. And there are 3 things now on the board that I'm aware of that the smaller communities need, that we need to get moving on. So I think that we need to re-advertise. Maybe we weren't happy with the first group of applicants that come in, but I think that we should do it again. We've got to keep moving on this and stay aggressive with our economic development for the county.
Jackie?
Well, I would agree with that. I'm just wondering if we can advertise, expand our scope when we advertise. You know, I don't know if maybe if we didn't advertise advertise broadly enough? I'm not even sure exactly how we did advertise, JD. Was it just pretty standard
Yeah,
posting it?
It's been pretty standard. We went to some of your larger cities, but I'd recommend like we go to Omaha, Sioux Falls, Des Moines, Minneapolis, somewhere like that. If you're planning to want to do it, make sure you cover your resources where you've got somebody who may be in that capacity working on a larger population.
Dave?
Well, I agree. We need somebody in that office because, like George says, we do have quite a few things going on, and we can't expect. We've got you working on it a little bit. We've got to get somebody else that knows what they're doing and can maybe expand our county, even with the little towns and rural area. But we might have to look at how much we're paying for an economic developer. Might be a reason why we're not getting what we're looking for too.
What is the pay range?
You got that, JD?
Not with me, but I think it's in the 60 range.
Mark?
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna, for that amount of money, I'm not sure we'll pull in somebody we need quality-wise. The other option was to assign the day-to-day stuff to somebody already here and look at an outside consultant on the big issues. I don't know if we can do that either, so I don't have any trouble filling it.
Okay.
I'd move that we re-advertise. How long, length of time did we do it the first time, Jim?
We usually go for a 2-week window.
Okay.
I'd second it.
Discussion?
Still think we got to look at the pay range before we advertise it,
I'll get together with JD on that.
please.
Make a decision. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank
I
you,
do-
everyone.
I guess I have a discussion. Should we look at the job description at all? I know we got a copy of it. It's like 2 pages. It's
Yeah.
very.
I looked at that.
Yeah, and that's why I had him
Yeah.
bring that
There's a
down.
lot in it. I don't know. if it
Are you,
can be
JD,
focused
before
and
you
narrowed
leave?
down a little bit.
Yeah. Good.
Just, I thought, my goodness.
It is a
seemed
lot.
very intimidating, and that might be the other thing, Larry, or Chairman Clausen, would be to look at the job description.
Job description.
Okay. It's 10:15. We have a public hearing for the sale of property, parcel number 511245. The address on that is 616 Isabella. It's not the time to bid. But is there anyone that wants to be heard on this issue?
Hearing none, are you,
Are you here to just bid?
You're here to bid, right? Okay, just 1 minute.
seeing there's no one to speak for or against bidding on this, I move the hearing be closed.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries. Now, is there anyone here to bid on the property? Actually, it's a direct sale.
Now it's your turn.
It's a direct sale.
You're here to bid on it? And you're here to bid on it?
Mr. Lane? It's a direct sale to Trim Lane for $1 plus recording fees. Is there a motion?
She's here to bid too.
That's probably his wife.
Are you,
In your name?
Sarah Weber.
Are you an abutting property owner, sir?
No.
It's a direct sale. So it's not up for auction. I'm sorry.
Move it for Mr. Lane.
second then?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. You can go right around in the office over here. Oh, she's right there. This gal here will take care of you.
Yeah, I know.
Joya?
I don't see her.
Kevin's
Joy?
here.
Oh, Kevin's here.
I didn't,
Yeah, you'll do fine.
you were hiding back there, Kev.
Tell Mark to scrunch down.
Yeah.
Good morning. This agenda item is Dr. Thomas Carr has served for 35 years as our veterinarian official for Sullivan District Health Department. He since has retired at that point in time. In addition, what I have gone through is to check within the state. It's not a required position. And we also have a state veterinarian that we have these sort of consultation services from the Iowa Department of Public Health for free. And so at this point in time is what I recommended and worked with the Board of Health is that we have basically reduced this position, and we wanted to give some acknowledgement to Dr. Carr for all the years of service and support that he provided. And I was hoping he could be here today or tomorrow, but he's off on other adventures as retirement affords. So we just wanted to recognize him.
I would move the approval of the letter of appreciation for Dr. Thomas Carr.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. I'll pass around for the board signature.
Thank you.
Thanks.
You are.
We have on, the next item is a demonstration of election equipment, but Mr. Gill is not here today. Okay, we'll have to postpone that because the auditor is
Out.
out today.
Okay.
We come to the part of the agenda where any individual or group wishing to make a presentation of an item that is not on the agenda. Is there anyone in the audience to be heard? Supervisor concerns?
Oh, I've got one thing. What are we doing with the cafe?
I'm sorry.
The cafeteria?
I can give you an update on that. I did email the one party that was interested, and I have a tentative meeting set up with her in the morning at 9 o'clock. She did send me an email yesterday wanting to know if we were interested in purchasing any more equipment, prep tables, and spending some additional dollars. I said I thought that we would not be interested in that. And I'm waiting for her response to see if she's still interested in meeting based on us not putting any more money into the cafe.
Did we advertise that, or is that just one person that,
We did advertise it.
okay.
We supposedly had 3 or 4 people initially interested, and then this was the one that finally showed some interest.
Okay.
So I don't, that's where
That's
we're
good
at.
enough for me.
Did we get the jail numbers or not?
No, we did not.
Well, if there's no one else to be heard, we'll adjourn the meeting till 10:35. We have a department head meeting.